Now some of the apples have bad spots, so you just have to cut off and cut around them.
Here we are peeling the farm apples. And Mama, you tell us what you remember about the trees that were planted there at the farm.
Well, Daddy planted the apple tree that these came from. Papa had planted trees before we moved down there. They were boga apples, and they were very good. But those trees got old and died. And Mother sold trees for the Stark Company. And she sold people around in the neighborhood that wanted a tree. Once in a while she'd sell one, and she always got a discount then to buy a tree. Or sometimes she even got a free tree. And one time they sent her a box with some beautiful apples in it. We saw a little box come in that had two beautiful red apples, bigger than I'd ever seen an apple. And Mother whisked it off and put the top down on it and carried it away. We kind of knew then that was going to be put up for Christmas. Santa Claus would probably bring us big red apples. But we didn't ever get them. Thinking back, we never got them, and I imagine the apples rotted before December came.
Well, I went by the farm. I was so jealous because Mother and Laurie got so many apples, and there were none left at all.
That's just
Hard to believe.
Hard to believe. I don't know
The tree
what
was
could have
loaded
happened.
when we left.
It was loaded.
And unless deer found a way to shake the tree and get them down and eat them, or unless the wind blew them all off.
They had some storms, so maybe that was it.
But it's a surprise that they were gone.
Very much. I like
They
it.
make the best cooking apples because they go so well with other vegetables. You just cook them with sugar and a little bit of water to make them cook down. And they are so good with other vegetables.
Are these the ones that Grandma used to make her baked apples when she would come for the? It seems like she came at the World Series time with Aunt Millie and.
They came when they were watching the Braves games. They came and visited. They always watched the Braves games and peeled apples or shelled peas or something while they watched the Braves play.
What other trees were up in the orchard that you remember?
The peach trees, and in the spring they were so pretty because the peach tree blossoms and the apple tree blossoms were so pretty. Now the pear trees were always removed. They weren't up in the orchard. So it was just peaches and pears.
Why did they
I
not
mean,
have the
peaches,
pears
apples.
with the other trees?
I don't know whether it was on purpose or why, but they have the pear trees were up close to the grass lot. They never had pears in the orchard.
Yeah, they're up by the fence.
One in the backyard, and it's just about dead, but it had lots of pears on it about 2 years ago. But it looked pretty bad last year. It had a few pears, enough that I put up a few packages to eat through the year.
Mother, I don't know if you remember the year that we had the apple press. I remember very well Granddaddy being very excited that we had an apple press. I don't know where it had come from. It seems like somebody brought it over for us to use that one time, and we threw all the apples in. We threw them in with seeds and skins and everything, and he pressed it out, and out came a little apple cider. Where did that come from? Where is it
It
now?
was Mama Pogue's, I think.
That
because
was
it
from
came-
Edith Delk, and she was the one that got Mama's apple cider press, and she brought it over for Daddy to use. I remember Uncle Everett saying that Daddy put everything in it except the grass sack.
Yeah, he did.
And it made funny apple cider.
It was very
But it
thick
was-
apple cider.
So delicious. And the sediment at the bottom, you didn't have to drink that. You could just drink the top.
Yeah, that was exciting. I remember getting to use that.
I think we just used that 1 year.
That's all I
Yes.
remember.
Might have used it too.
And so she's got that.
And she
well,
has had that, I'm
that
sure.
in her
I
family.
guess probably Susie or one of her children has it now.
Cheryl, I was gonna ask you if in y'all's class, when you brought apples to lunch, did y'all twist off the apple stem and say the alphabet to figure out who you were gonna marry?
I thought you meant at Bible class. Did I cut it through the center and show the star pattern like this?
Yeah.
That's what I used to do. But you're talking about as a child.
Yeah, when we were young. Whoever had an apple at our class, you had to twist the stem and sing the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and wherever the stem broke
Well,
off,
keep going. We want to
that
see.
letter, I couldn't grab that stem, it's so tiny. But that letter was the initial of the person you were supposed to marry.
It's like, he loves me, he loves me not. So Mama didn't peel as many as we did.
Actually,
I
she
got
just
it.
about did, even
Did
while
she?
you were very fast over there. You have more than I've got.
So what I've done before is I've put lemon juice on mine. Every time you get about a cup,
Keeps
you
them
can
fresh.
squeeze it on there. But no, we
good.
still have 3 left, Laurie. I didn't see that.
It's such a
But if you're
scrawny one.
about to cook them down anyway,
It doesn't matter because they're going to be brown in the brown sugar or brown or in the sugar.
So we're going to cook these down. We're going to try our hand at fried pies, although none of us has any experience.
Mother may have.
Never made an apple or fried pie in my life. I watched Mother make many of them, but I never made any.
Did she make them out of fresh apples?
No, she made them out of dried
I thought
apples.
so. That's what I
Because
thought.
you can have those in the winter.
When you
Fresh
really
apples,
want
we made fresh apple pies, but she had the fried apple pies for the winter when you didn't have any fresh things. And you could soak those dried apples and make them so good.
I have made apple pies out of the farm apples before,
Uh-huh.
and I think it needed more apples in there. I think I put 3 cups and it probably should have had 6 cups.
They
or
do
more.
cook down a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I used 2 cups of sugar.
Uh-huh. Well, you need a lot of sugar for these apples because they're not sweet. And to make a pie, you'd have to have a lot of sugar per
I did half brown
cup
and
of
half brown and half white.
Mhm.
Laurie, do you have sugar for these?
Yes.
I
got
told Mother
sugar.
I had a fresh sack of brown sugar.
How's it taste?
Good.
Haven't even tasted any yet. It's about to be
It's too
all
late.
finished. And together we should get some good pies out of this.
This is the end of the apple crop from the farm then.
Mm-hmm.
They were all gone when you came through.
There was some blight on the tree. There may not be any. There may not be any next year either.
But the blight wouldn't have taken away all the apples.
No.
It might have made them brown or something, but it wouldn't have taken them away.
Do you think I got the wrong tree, Laurie?
I don't know.
No.
You sounded like you were at the right place.
You
and
know
there
where it
wasn't,
was.
there wasn't a lot of other trees to up there
The orchard of
in
one.
the orchard.
They're starting to turn, so we've got to go cook them. Boy, this is gonna be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be good.
So about how much cinnamon are you putting? Just shaking it
I'm gonna get it covered, I have a little coating over all those apples.
And then about how much sugar did you add, Laurie?
It
Or
was
you
about
did
a
it.
Sugar, it was about a cup and a third,
Okay.
but that may not be enough because
We'll see,
those
we'll
are
taste
tart
it.
apples. We'll see.
Apples and a 4th cup of sugar, so we've got a lot more than 2 cups of apples.
Oh, yeah,
and
probably.
So we needed and they're tart apples. So
Probably
it,
10 cups, don't you think?
maybe 8.
And you put some water in there, I forgot.
Yeah, Mother did. I didn't do anything to it.
I
Mother
put
did
a little
this.
water in there because they'll stick if you don't.
Yeah.
You can't stir them fast enough to keep them from sticking without a little water.
So we'll just keep stirring on those and come back.
I would always say let Judy make the apples for our dinner because she makes the best. So I asked her how she did that. And she said, oh, it was simple. She just put apples and then a little sugar, and then she stood over them and cooked them and added a little more sugar all along. And then she'd add a little more sugar when those melted, got done. And she just kept that up till they were tender and done. So I think there's something to doing the sugar, adding it as you go.
Can you ever over sugar them?
I don't know it if you can. I never did see green eggs. Lots of the brown ones, and they're always good.
Kind of the pinkish and
So you're gonna cover this now, and you're just gonna turn it down a little bit. Is that what you did
And
this
just
summer?
cook it till they're tender.
Yeah, it's got to be kind of mushy, right? Like
Stir
applesauce.
'em.
I think that's got it, don't y'all?
No, there's still a few that are
Big ones?
firm, too firm. Yep. Yep.
We made 4 here, and we're gonna try to piece that together to make some more. Like that? Surely.
Yeah.
And then around the edge. I know this part. Then you turn it and then you flick it. Like that. Of course, that's too much filling there. It's starting to come out.
Is it?
So next time I won't put as much filling. We've got way too much filling, y'all. What are we gonna do with all of it?
I could eat all of that over a couple of days, just straight.
Is this what you remember her doing, Mother?
Mm-mm. I don't remember her wetting it, but I'm sure that makes it work better. But she
Didn't do that. Okay, well then I won't do that anymore.
Well, I would. I would do it. That makes it stick better, I guess, is what that's for.
This has been a fun day, y'all.
We'll watch and see how long it takes and what it looks like.
See, yeah, I've got to turn it down a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can put 2 in at a time, don't you?
So.
Yeah. They may be getting soft because they've been out a little bit.
They look like they're pretty. Mm-hmm. They're perfect. Perfect. We could almost put in 3, but we didn't. Yeah, because you think about all that is just dough on top of it. It needs some sugar to make it like a dessert.
So we're making, I guess, we fried ours in lard and we're leaving them 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Okay.
She said to make the pie dough, just biscuit dough, but a little bit richer.
Yeah, hers was thinner, a little. How does that look on that side, Cheryl?
It was good.
Okay.
Are they ready to come out?
Oh, it's going to
Well
break
said.
again.
They're
There
just
we
a
go.
little.
Okay. It's going to be hard. There we go.
You got
that
it.
one.
Did it splash?
A little. There we go.
That's perfect. It's golden brown.
Pretty hot, but oh, they look good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Delicious. We have to go into the fried pie business. It's so good.